Hey guys, this is Lion of Judah from the Guild 7 from Thunderhorn server. So glad to be back with you guys. I just really want to give y'all a shout out to all my subscribers. I have 230 subscribers, and many of y'all may think, oh, that's nothing. That's just 230 subscribers compared to a lot of other people who probably have way, way more. I just didn't think I would be at that at the time that I have right now. So people, the guys y'all are supporting me, I really, really appreciate it. I am just ecstatic, and that's why I keep making videos for you guys. And hopefully I keep making good ones, and if not, then you guys will tell me, that's for sure. So here's the pre-patch 6.0.2. Just wanted to go over some of the things that have changed, some of the things that hadn't changed, what made it to live, what didn't, just overall spec review on all specs of the Hunter. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start with BM because it is the most unchanged. Serpent Sting is not a part of your rotation anymore. That's pretty much your core rotation without Serpent Sting. So basically the way it is in live without Serpent Sting. As far as your talents of DPS, which is level 60, 75, and 90 talent, Steady Focus is supposedly the creme de la creme of what you want for BM, but I go ahead and go with Dire Beast. And then, of course, Murder of Crows is still top tier, but Blink Strikes is quite even, but I'm just doing Murder of Crows on this one as well. And then Glaive Toss is still default what you need to do. So you have a choice of going with level 75 talent, Blink Strikes or Murder of Crows. And with the level 60 talent, you probably would want to go with Steady Focus. But you can use Dire Beast. Thrill of the Hunt is not usable, or it's not recommended to use anymore as far as the pre-patch goes. Core rotation is still exactly the same. Now that we don't have Stampede to work with, really it's just Dire Beast, Murder of Crows, and Dire Beast. So it's just, using your Glaive Toss on cooldown, Kill Command on cooldown. Now, as far as your Focus Fire goes, make sure you don't do that in conjunction with Beastal Wrath. Beastal Wrath is still, if you're going to pop Beastal Wrath, make sure you keep your Frenzies stacks on target. And then once you get out of Beastal Wrath, then go ahead and pop your Focus Fire. Other than that, it's still pretty much unchanged. So you're gonna use Arcane Shot as your dump, gain your focus with Cobra Shot, Focus Fire when you have 5 stacks, not in conjunction with Beastal Wrath, Kill Command on cooldown, and of course use your Kill Shot. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of the rotation for you so you can see how it all works. If you want a more in-depth guide, as far as what I'm reading here is actually from icveins.com. If you've never heard of that website, I'm going to put a link in the description below so that way you can follow icveins'. They're a bunch of really great people. They do all the SimCraft and DPS theories and all that stuff as far as for all classes. But of course, I'm a hunter, a YouTube hunter channel, so I'm only going over the hunter class. And this is, of course, a PvE guide. This isn't for anything PvP related, so if you're an arena player, if you're a Battlegrounds player, this does not apply to you guys. This is just for a straight PvE. So here we go. I was a little bit surprised for how nerfed damage feels right now. I knew it was going to be a stat squish or an item level squish, but man, it's doing almost 4,000 DPS. I just freaked. And right now, my current eye level on my Hunter is 582. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of an estimate of, how good my gear is in comparison to the DPS that gets pulled, which again, I was very surprised. I am going to do, my next video is actually going to be quite different because it's going to be more of a discussion video than more of a guide. It's actually going to be on clicking, like you see, I'm a clicker and a keyboarder, so I use keybinds and I click as well. So I'm going to do a little discussion on basically what's better, clicking or keybinding. I know a lot of you are going to be like, that's a no-brainer of keybinding. Of course, I completely agree. And, we'll go over that, when I make that new video. But that's basically what my next video is going to be. It's going to be a campfire discussion is what I'm going to call it. And I will have other campfire discussions on other topics as far as the Hunter class goes and my personal view on them. So that's basically how the BM Hunter plays. Let's go ahead and go to survival. Holy shit. Completely gutted. You have an integration with Serpent Sting into your Arcane Shot now. And other than that, other than cooldowns, your core rotation is exactly the same. As far as your DPS talents on this one, you're going to want to go with Dire Beast for sure. Dire Beast or Steady Focus. They're both somewhat equal from what I can see, but I use Dire Beast. I like Dire Beast. Steady Focus I haven't gotten used to, that's why I've been using Dire Beast lately. But for the tier 5, the highest DPS right there is going to be Murder of Crows for survival. And for your number 6 is going to be Glaive Toss with this one. Now the talents will change in Marksman, but as far as survival goes, that's pretty much what it is. As far as right now, survival hasn't changed. Its mastery is still the same. I really feel like the core rotation, like I said, hadn't changed, and the removal, well, not the removal, but the integration of Serpent Sting in your Arcane Shot did make the rotation more pleasant, but it still feels completely gutted. You have nothing. It feels very clunky. It feels nothing like the way it is. You really just have Murder of Crows and Dire Beast, and then your core rotation. I mean, you don't have any personal cooldowns. Survival has no personal cooldowns. BM has Beastal Wrath, Marksman has Rapid Fire, and Survival got the Shaft. They have nothing. They need something as far as a personal survival cooldown that only Survival has. And I really do feel that Blizzard will do something in 6.1. I mean, they are aware of the hunter situation. They are aware that the hunters are suffering as far as diversity. And they want diversity, but they also want equality. And I feel like diversity and equality are far from all the specs right now. I feel like the most untouched spec of, like I said, is BM. But other than that, survival, I love survival so much, and to see it play so weird, it just makes me feel very uncomfortable. I mean, and it does probably the lowest damage out of all the specs right now, in my opinion. So I'm just, like I said, I'm very disappointed with the spec right now. But what can you do? All we can do is just hope and pray that 6.1 is going to be a lot better for us. So let's go ahead and look at the Marksman Hunter. Marksman Hunter, man, it damages. I will tell you that much. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what talents to use for as far as the hunter spec. This one's a little bit different than the other two. Thrill of the Hunt is the best damage for this tier. Then it's going to be Stampede and then Barrage. Now, Stampede, and the reasoning why for Stampede is because when you put Murder of Crows on a target and it either becomes immune or the target dies and it still has a duration, with Stampede, you can basically, all your pets go to a different target if it dies. And that's really why it's a lot more efficient for a marksman. And then Barrage is, for some reason, it's just the best for this tier as far as single target and AoE. So it is what it is. Awesome. Core rotation, no Serpent Sting for this. You have your Chimera shot, you have your aim shot, and you have your steady shot. It's pretty much exactly the same. Your mastery, as long as you stay still, you're doing 6% more damage. So that's basically the mastery for marksman. You can still move as long as you get there within, I think, 3 seconds. So, I mean, it's still. I mean, God, I love rapid fire. I miss that so much for survival. I mean, we need something, guys, for survival. I mean, put your comments and thoughts below to see what you feel like survival needs. But as far as marksman, I'm actually kind of digging it, but at the same time, it feels very clunky because you either have too much focus or you're focus starved. There's not a happy medium because everything costs so much. Like your aim shot costs 50 focus, your Chimera shot costs 35 focus, your Barrage costs 60 focus. Everything's just so expensive. There's not that happy medium to I wish like Arcane Shot was back for at least just marksman and like 10 focus or something like that. Maybe it doesn't hit as hard, but just to do something else, you know? Like, I mean, golly, 3 buttons? Really? Technically, I mean, yeah, 3 buttons. You know, your steady shot, your aim shot, and your chimera shot. I mean, it's so sad, you know. But I really do feel, guys, that changes will come. It's gonna happen. And for all the marksman players out there, you know, that love marksman a lot, you know, I believe this spec does have potential to be really awesome. I personally love their mastery. Their mastery is amazing. It's going to provide some really unique gameplay, and it's going to be awesome, guys. I mean, I really wanted to make this video to kind of show you how much I appreciate you guys. I really wasn't going to make a video on just the pre-patch. I was going to wait till Warlords, but just to show you guys that, hey, I really, really care about you guys. I mean, even though I have 230 of you guys right now, I care about you. I care about y'all's comments, and I want you guys to be prepared for Warlords going in there. And a lot of people have been asking me about gems and stuff like that. Guys, if you want to spend your money right now on gems and stuff like that, go ahead. I don't recommend so, but it's up to you guys. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you later.